Imagine mocking what many hold sacred, and then, in an instant, the tables turn. Today we're delving into some stories which leave us pondering the very fabric of our actions and beliefs. Is it coincidence or a gentle reminder from the universe? Let's explore it. Marilyn Monroe's terrible death has ensured that her narrative would live on as a cautionary tale for generations to come. At the pinnacle of her fame, she insulted Jesus, so unwittingly confronting the divine forces that govern our life. She said such words without realizing the inner turmoil they would cause. Marilyn heard Billy Graham, a messenger from God, but she didn't understand what he was saying. She rudely rejected the spiritual counsel, saying, "I don't need your Jesus." A week later, though, Marilyn's body was found in her apartment. The cosmos work in odd ways. Her passing is a somber reminder of the precarious equilibrium between material success and spiritual awe. It shows how crucial it is to acknowledge a higher power and count our gifts with gratitude. Marilyn's untimely death serves as a poignant reminder of the ageless truth that a life built on humility, compassion, and profound appreciation for the heavenly forces that form our existence is where one will find true success and joy, not in superficial fame. The next one is Tancredo Neves. The acclaimed president of Brazil made a foolish path of arrogance without realizing the spiritual reckoning that lay in store for him. He was so arrogant that he said not even God could take away his power. He had no idea of the complexities of divine justice or the dire implications of defying the ultimate authority. Nonetheless, the cosmos has its own cosmic order, and Tancredo's comments were observed. Shortly after making such a bold proclamation, he became ill suddenly and spent the next 38 torturous days dying. Tancredo Neves' untimely death is a sobering reminder of the frailty of human life and the pointlessness of trying to put oneself on a higher plane than God. It teaches us the value of modesty by reminding us that, despite our earthly success and possessions of authority, we are still mortals, vulnerable to the mysterious and infinitely complex ways in which God operates. Tancredo's tale teaches us to treat authority with awe, to understand that power comes from submitting to a higher force and letting go of our own will so that we can better serve a larger good of the cosmos. This is the incident of a journalist with the talent of expression, Christine Hewitt. Christine Hewitt set out on a perilous path of disrespect and hatred for the Holy Scriptures. She had the nerve to disparage the Bible, so undermining the importance it has for countless lives. There was no way she could have known the spiritual ramifications of her comments. Disrespecting sacred ideas can have far-reaching effects because of how deeply they are woven into the fabric of existence. Christine's sad end was the worst kind of horror story that anyone could have imagined. An explosion took her life short, leaving her burned beyond recognition. The tragic end serves as a sobering warning against treating religious beliefs with contempt. Christine's experience shows how important it is to respect the sacredness of the beliefs that serve as the North Star for humanity's moral compass. It's a gentle reminder to treat people of other faiths with respect and compassion. Inside their beliefs is the potential for deep bonding and spiritual sustenance. A gang of pals go off on a doomed adventure, their minds muddled by the hubris of daring to mock the divine. Someone even dared to make fun of God, which was a dare that the cosmos gladly accepted. Unfortunately, fate had other plans for them, and a terrible vehicle accident was the final nail in their tragic coffin. A miraculous sight came out of the chaos of destruction that defied comprehension. Even though the car was severely damaged, the trunk, a holy place of inviolable safety, was miraculously spared. The tree's remarkable unharmed trunk served as a reminder that God's grace and protection are ever present, even in the face of unimaginable disaster and upheaval. This life-changing event teaches us a valuable lesson in deference and respect. It sheds light on why it's so important to accept one's mortality and the unquestionable power of a higher being. The tree's intact trunk seems to call out to us, pleading with us to see the universe for what it is. There was once a great British figure who captivated the hearts of millions throughout the exciting 1960s. John Lennon was a visionary and one of the original members of the groundbreaking British invasion band, the Beatles. They became an irresistible musical force, with his equally great contemporaries Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, who together ruled the charts and captivated the globe for nearly a decade. But it was Lennon who had the charisma to leave an everlasting stamp on the fabric of music history, a magnetic charm that sent the ladies into a frenzy. But even a legend like Lennon had to pay the price of fame when he was caught up in a media storm. His comments in a disastrous interview with an American magazine reverberated throughout the country. He boldly stated, "Christianity will end. It will disappear. We are more famous than him." His comments sent shockwaves through his loyal following, setting off an angry backlash against what they saw as a parody of God. But fate seems to have a knack for arranging strange coincidences. The peace outside Lennon's home was shattered on that fateful day, December 8, 1980, when a devoted admirer shot him dead with 6 bullets to the head. A chill ran down the spines of many who pondered the secrets of fate when they realized that Lennon's own remarks seemed to anticipate his terrible murder. As John Lennon's story develops, we are reminded of the fundamental ways in which our activities, deliberate or not, become entangled with the fabric of life. It encourages us to think about how to strike a good balance between our desire for recognition and our awareness of our own significance in the grand scheme of things. The story of John Lennon and his untimely death resonates as a chilling allegory, a reminder to treat the holy with due regard and follow a road marked by awe and awe's companion, reverence. For in the domain of destiny, there are no accidents, only lessons. A captivating event, complete with music and the powerful presence of Cazuza, took place in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. As the crowd held its collective breath, he lifted a cigarette to his lips and let out a puff of smoke. He declared defiantly, a twinkle in his eye, "God, this one's for you." These seemingly innocuous statements put in motion a series of events that would irrevocably change his future. Cazuza, the mysterious spirit that embodied passion and artistic brilliance, was caught in a conflict he had no way of foreseeing. He was only 32 when he met his toughest foe, lung cancer. This ruthless enemy devastated his body and ultimately took his life. His vitality flickered and died out all too quickly. These stories of spiritual consequence invite us to consider the complex web of connections between our deeds and their results. It's a thundering warning that making fun of the holy is a dangerous road to go, regardless of how successful or famous you are on earth. When we ridicule or dishonor God, we strike at the very core of our spiritual path. It's allowing the seeds of discord to take root in our spirits by rejecting the fine balance between humility and acknowledgement of a higher power. These words conceal a profound truth. Every deed plants a seed, and in its own time, a crop will be reaped. The Bible's message rings true in these passages, not as a rebuking finger, but as an enlightening light, showing the way to a life built on awe, modesty, and a profound respect for the divine. The Bible's message rings true in these passages, not as a rebuking finger, but as an enlightening light, showing the way to a life built on awe, modesty, and a profound respect for the divine. That's all for today, Holy Spirits. We hope now that you understand the power of the Supreme. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and also press the subscribe button for more exciting videos.